Here at CATRP, we buy collections, video game collections, all the time, and sometimes the reality of what that looks like can be misinterpreted through our video. So we want to dive in a little bit to like, how long does it actually take to sell these collections? How long does it take to break even? You know, do we make bad buys? Are some buys home runs? Are other buys terrible? Anything like that. We just got in a collection right here that we're going to unbox, so we can talk about that one. But this one we got in last week, and we spent $4,000 on it specifically. A small stack of Neo Geo, really uncommon, low demand games. So like on a collection like this, how are we doing 7 days later? And how long do we anticipate it will take to break even or even make profit? But if you're buying collections like we are, one way that we've been able to maximize and make more profit dollars truly in our business is by utilizing XYAB. And they are a channel sponsor because we reached out to them and said, hey, we love your business, we love your quality of products, we love your shipping, we'd love to work with you. And we've been working together for over a year now. We still love them, guys. They just added these products to their list. Really, really nice screen replacements for Game Boy Color, Game Boy Pocket GBA, and Game Boy Advance SP. We have bins full of their products like the USB micro cables, the USB-C cables, the HDMI cables, N64 power cords, Wii AV cables. You can get controllers, you can get the multi-use like double round power cables that go for PS2s and original Xbox and more. Like, great deals, great prices, great service, great quality. They also have plushes in stock now too, which is a fun little thing that we've added to our business. Can't recommend them enough, guys. XYAB. Use our link down below to get $50 off your first order of 100 or more. They are looking for people that already have businesses over 400 lifetime sales online or an existing retail store. If that's you and you're selling video games, check them out. But now, let's get back to the video. So we get multiple collections in every single week. This one came to us yesterday in these two boxes from one person. And there's a couple ways that we buy collections. One, through our buy list, which is linked down below. All the instructions in there for the buy list is curated items, high demand games. We're paying really good prices for those, so check it out if you're interested. And the other is by reaching out on our website, which is linked below. If you have a collection, we are buying heavily right now and would love to buy your collection, especially GameCube, N64, SNES, Nintendo, but also other things like PlayStation, Sega, Xbox. These boxes, I don't remember what we got here. It's not ringing any bells. Alpel doesn't remember either, so it'll be kind of a surprise unboxing. Maybe I'll remember as we get into it. But apparently we got some Xbox 360 stuff because there's some cables there. Looks like we have a bubble-wrapped Nintendo. Very, very nicely bubble-wrapped, but it's missing the front door. PS4. Regular PS4. Xbox 360 arcade. Still not ringing any bells. This stuff is not on our buy list. Xbox 360s, I know, are not. So it must have been a collection deal worked out. Maybe Matt worked it out behind our backs. Maybe not. Okay, this box. What the heck did we buy? Shadow the Hedgehog. Okay, there's a good one. All right.
I'm thoroughly confused.
Still not ringing any bells. I apologize to the person that sold us this. We'll figure it out. Pokemon Platinum case is cool. Ooh.
Some games in there.
They look to be in rough condition.
Very.
What, I see a black... Oh, no, that's an Action Replay.
Is it Plus?
DS cartridge. Action
the OG?
Replay DS. Mario Kart. Mario World 2. Definitely some heavy wear on all
it's
these.
From Anthony.
Anthony. That's
unrecognizable.
Mega Man.
This is quite the mix.
Sonic Advance 3. Frogger's Adventure.
Very fun game. You ever played The Incredibles on the Game Boy Advance?
No. Did you?
Yes, I did.
Of course you did. Okay, so that's kind of a cool case. A little bit dirty, but I like the Pokemon Platinum case. I mean, there's a couple good games in there. And then some that are just eh. We got Mario 3.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's in good shape.
Pretty clean. Yoshi TMNT, Home Alone 2.
Somebody just send us stuff.
Definitely a keynote to always leave a note in your package. Minecraft, which maybe there's one.
It could be in this one.
Exactly. Xbox Live, so Guitar Hero 5's good. It's a mix of like garbage and solid so far. There's cables. So there's Xbox One cables. N64, Kobe. You got some PSP UMD discs.
This is so random.
This is the most random collection. Those are there forever. Okay. Space Invaders, Donkey Kong Country 2, Mario Luigi Superstar Saga. I like that. Yeah, this type of collection, like, already my mind is going to, like, which platforms are we selling on? We're a diversified business. We made a video about how Amazon is banning sellers left and right for a lot of times not much of a reason. Not having good invoices from distributors when you can sell 1985 Nintendos on Amazon. It's kind of conflicting information there that Amazon's putting out. We love Amazon and we sell on Amazon, but we don't want to be all eggs in that basket. So we have Whatnot and eBay as well. You know, stuff like this, I wouldn't sell that on Amazon because there's like not pictures that we would use. So I would sell that probably on Whatnot. So on video we can show it. It'll go for less. But
like in general, it's the really good condition stuff that.
Yeah, like popular titles, really good condition. Where we still sell really good condition stuff on Whatnot very frequently, but a lot of times that's going to be like complete in box stuff or GameCube or SNES, N64, NES, Pokemon Pinball, rough condition label, and then Mario vs. Donkey Kong is in that one. It's definitely a good mix. And there's 2 Xbox One power cords, so I'm going to assume there's some Xbox Ones.
So what's at the bottom of this?
Oh, we got me. There you go. That is an Xbox One. Okay. We still have this entire box.
So while you open this one up, I'm going to ask Alpal a question.
Okay.
Hey, Alpal. So when you're buying collections from people, if they reach out on the website, how do you filter who you prioritize?
Asking price starting link, pictures. That will help expedite the process. Otherwise, like I had to send multiple emails to tell them to send the link, to send the pictures, and then it could take days before we even start negotiating. Otherwise, if you send all that immediately, then we can start negotiating immediately and expedite the process.
Alpal is officially located, who we bought the collection from, and looks like we paid $1,200 for the 2 boxes here. All the consoles in it are tested and reset, so that was part of the negotiation on this one. Things are really well bubbled wrapped. Let's see what's in this one first. We got games in here.
Okay.
So PS2, Xbox 360, nothing crazy in any of those. PSP, nothing crazy there. There's a sealed slide too.
Okay.
Black label. We got some GameCube.
There it is.
All right. No game. That's sad.
Darn it.
Hopefully, Mario Sunshine wasn't expected to be in the case. Look at that. More GameCube. NFL Street. Is it actually in there? Yes. NFL Street 2. That is a great game. Guitar Hero Van Halen and Metallica. Those are some nice bolos right there. Be on the lookout. Burnout Paradise is in there. 3 more GameCube. Call of Duty, Need for Speed, and Sonic Mega Collection. All are complete. There's an NES Classic right here. That's good. I don't know if that's new or used, but we'll look into that. PS4 controller with unique joysticks.
I think those are just like little covers.
Yeah, I think they're
replacement
covers.
things. I don't want to snap them off. Maybe
Yeah,
they're
they are covers. I can. If there's a Wii in there or other stuff.
How does it feel?
Like a
there's
Wii. I see a remote on the side. There you go. 2 NES controllers. Xbox 360 controller. A whole stack of random discs. More controllers. PS4. Xbox One. Hard drives for Xboxes. And Elite Series 2 controller in the box, which so often those are missing parts or pieces, so I hope that one ends up being complete. And I'll get these 2 unboxed. We'll talk about these, and then we'll continue on and talk about some of the sales so far of the Neo Geo collection. Okay, looks like we have games in the final 2 boxes. Jack and Daxter was there. Sonic Riders, Backyard Baseball, Slugfest, NFL Blitz, some PSP stuff. Crash Mind Over Mutant is decent. And then we got more games. I think the bulk of the value in this one is definitely, like, the cartridge games have some good value, the GameCube games and the consoles. And then these add up slowly. You got a Pokemon, Battle Revolution, But you know, this isn't the typical collection that we buy, and this is one that honestly will have pretty significant processing time, because a lot of this stuff we're gonna have to maximize and send off to Amazon. So you got, you know, your slow dime business model, maximizing, taking your time, you know, cleaning everything, sending it off in excellent condition. If they need case swaps, if they need disc cleans, all that kind of stuff. And it just takes time, but that is definitely a facet of our business. We also mix in the fast nickel model, which is where Whatnot comes into play pretty frequently with stuff like this on this shelf over here. So recent collections came in. We got a lot of, you know, just fun, interesting stuff. Boxed games, especially, we like to sell on Whatnot. We have high-end manuals, stuff like that we got from our recent truckload of, you know, like 50,000 manuals. So it's just random high-end ones we've been putting up here for maybe the next big show.
Venice Beach.
Yeah, there's a lot of.
Felix the Cat.
If you know your NES, you see
Ghost
some
Lion as well.
Yeah,
All of these
some
ones.
crazy
I recognize
manuals
these.
in here. Gosh, somebody's been asking about that G.I. Joe manual. We have like 3 of them. Stuff like that. Then you have like, you know, popular Super Nintendo titles or obscure ones, which people really like to see on Whatnot. And we like to have good attraction pieces and stuff like that. So that right there is one Whatnot show. And then over here, you know, recently got in this stuff. And this is actually for our 10 to 50K challenge over on main channel, Chase After the Right Price. So this stuff we have to sell within 7 days. That is our fast nickel rule on that series. And so like probably some of this stuff will be sold today on Whatnot. I got this stuff in yesterday. Same with these Star Wars figures, have to be sold in 7 days. Got them for that series, that challenge as well. But then you come to the Neo Geo. And this, to me, you know, our buy costs $4,000 on such a small amount of games, but high theoretical value. We bought these on theoretical value because there's so few sales on a game like Crush Roller complete in the box. These are stinking sweet. I really like them, and to me, this is like, can't be sold on Amazon, can't be sold on Whatnot, very low demand. We need to sell this on eBay because there's international customer base. You can get good pictures, make sure that it's like out there, that people can see it. People have keywords on eBay. So as these are listed, we'll probably get a lot of offers from people that have been looking for that title for a long time. And Alpal, I have to ask, we've had this collection for about 7 days. You got everything listed within the last couple days. How are we looking on sales so far?
So everything here is actually sold.
Dang.
A couple of these things sold the same day I was listing them because I listed them all in the same day.
So did you price them too low?
No, I took some offers.
Okay, so
Yeah.
people were sending offers.
Yeah.
And you were working some deals.
How I worked it out is some of these I priced higher than the value that we paid for them.
So,
but I would always
let me add a little context there. We usually buy based off of like price charting links, which is average of eBay value.
Right.
In this case, price charting didn't have much information, so we had to have a spreadsheet built of like the last sold, right?
Yes.
Of a theoretical.
Right.
Who knows? That sold 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I like took the highest values and I like checked to make sure that those values are accurate.
Mm-hmm.
And most of them are pretty accurate. There's a couple I listed that I had to list for less,
Mm-hmm.
unfortunately. But so for all these, when the offers, I would go back to our sheet to see what the value was we paid for it.
Right, and we paid a percentage off of
And
that
then,
value.
so with the buy cost being a little lower because of how much risk we're taking on, I factored that in. And so we made good profit on all these things.
Okay. Is that like what, $500 in sales? What?
That's more than that. I think that's like
1,000?
1,000. I think
Around
'Cause, like,
1,000?
I think
That's not bad.
this one. I think a couple of these sold for over 200. One of them sold for 300.
Okay.
So
What about just this cartridge right here?
that sold for 100. I think
And the console with the link
the
cable?
console sold for 95. Which
That's a
I
good
probably
deal. That's a good
could
deal.
have held on that, but I've done enough on eBay to see like you list something, you get an offer, you decline it, and then you don't get an offer on that item for a year.
Yes.
And with how rare these are, I'm being very cautious of not declining offers as much
Yeah.
as I can. This was the quickest offer I got So that makes me a little more confident in that people are looking. Maybe there's a little more.
That is the console, so it's
for
probably
that.
like the highest demand
Right.
item. But I'm very encouraged to see that these have sold within a day.
Right,
of
and
being
3 of them
listed.
sold for full price.
Sweet.
So to one buyer,
Yeah.
which I don't know if that probably makes me less confident because, but
It's one guy that's been looking for a while.
So I want to emphasize your point that you made a little bit. You've been selling on eBay for us for about 2 years, and you kind of took over eBay heavily last year. And it's very true that if you have niche items or very like rare items like this, you probably won't get many offers. And sometimes you're like, oh, I know I could maybe get more than that price, and you decline it or you counter, and then you just don't get an offer again.
Right.
So there is that balance of like, you do want to maximize, but at the same time, this might be your only opportunity for the next 6 months
Right.
to make a sale.
like it's important that you noted that people have keywords on eBay.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's not like people are searching for these and they just stumbled upon it. It's that they
got
got
an email.
notified that these were listed.
Right.
So you have to put that in mind that these people weren't looking, they were waiting for it. So
Okay.
the demand is a lot less. But these all actually all have offers too.
Okay.
And this is potentially a nice sale. This is listed for 1,000.
Just that one.
Just this one.
Evolution. Let's look at the front of this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a sequel to this on GameCube.
So this one was actually a case where I listed it quite a bit higher than what it was valued at, just based on.
I mean, look at the condition. That's the other thing we have here. It kind of makes sense to go for a premium in some cases because they're so minty. It's going to be
Right.
hard to find another one like it.
Right. So for most cases, for games like this, I didn't just look at solds like we normally do. I also look at what is listed, because
Okay.
generally there's only like one listing to compete with.
Yep.
So I would usually go less than that or the same, and free ship. So
Yeah.
I'm making sure that
And
this
it's
is
like,
the
look at ours
listing.
compared to that condition.
Right.
This is near mint.
Right.
That one might have some
Yeah.
flaws.
And this one is for sure. I'm going to take it because
Yeah?
the offer is for more than the value what we paid for this one.
So what's the offer? Did you say
The offer's for 700.
700? I like that.
So, and again, some of these, it's not going to be the case. A lot of these, we're going to take less than the value which we paid for them on.
Yes.
You know, that's why buying it at a good cost is what we have to do.
It's worth noting that a $700 sale on eBay with free shipping is going to be more like $595 in our pocket.
Right.
And so this $1,000 in sales here roughly is more like $850. So right there, 7 days into it, I feel like that's actually pretty good. We have $1,400 in net sales,
It is.
but that means we're still out what, $2,600 to break even.
Right.
And our goal is to double up after fees
Right.
in most cases. So 7 days, a lot of times you're not going to make 25% of your money back. It might take months. I think this collection, we might get 25% back with some of the high-end items that we can sell quickly on Whatnot and other places or eBay. But a lot of it we're going to clean, we're going to send off to Amazon. It'll be sold as fulfillment by Amazon, so there's a lead time there. And that's just kind of a balance in the business that we're always trying to navigate, is what's slow dime, what's fast nickel, how can we make money back quick in some areas and maximize in other areas and just keep the cash rolling. We always move at the speed of cash. We don't utilize debt to buy collections or anything. So cash flow is very important
There.
in this business.
I think we're going to do another eBay challenge over in the Discord. I believe sign up is live right now.
Let's
so
go.
if you guys kind of like this thought, there's so many other thoughts that Alpel has on eBay. And
Yeah, like don't be confused. I know we shifted a lot more to Whatnot, but we still think eBay is great for most businesses. Like there's a point
Yeah.
to
It is
where
the
you
way to
shift
go. It's
from
essential.
it, but it's definitely we still need it obviously for stuff like this and just different items that we can't sell on Whatnot. And
Yep.
we still think that eBay is definitely the first platform you should be on if you're a reseller.
I think honestly eBay will always be my favorite. It's what got my business started. It's the lowest barrier to entry, and you can create a real 6-figure profit business just utilizing eBay. And you can even do 7 figures. People that do 7 figures in profit on eBay, it's a wonderful platform, and it's always going to be a part of our business, especially for high-end, rare,
Right.
cool items like this that wouldn't go well on Whatnot or Amazon.
Like we love Whatnot, But the problem we see with a lot of people on Whatnot is they list a lot in buy it nows, and that Whatnot has worked on their marketplace, but eBay has such a bigger user base than Whatnot. So if you're going to do that strategy, I would just say list your stuff on eBay and then do the fast stuff on Whatnot.
And I want to talk about a little bit of how we bought this collection. This is one that we all are kind of like, should we have bought this? And maybe not, because we have so much inventory. But there are some pros and cons to this. So the collection here price charted at roughly $3,200. We bought it for $1,200. That's 37.5% of price charting, which is definitely a lower percentage than we typically pay on average, because we like to target high-end items where we can pay a higher percentage because they're going to move quickly and easily. And then if you factor it in, you kind of have to, in my opinion, pay a lower percentage when you have a lot of sports games and games that they might price chart at $8, but that's somebody on eBay that sold it once for $8 free shipping, where if you sell that yourself, you're actually netting $2 because it's $4 or $5 to ship and a buck or two in fees.
Assuming you don't value your time.
Which has significant value. So a lot of those games we're going to lot up and might get $1 a piece, even though they price charted at $8, right? So that's a significant difference in the percentage, and we actually we probably overpaid on those, but then we got a good deal on the GameCube games and some of the GBA games and the consoles that are already tested and reset. So I do think we can pretty quickly actualize the original $1,200 back. Might take a month, but then after that, profit might take a little bit of time with, you know, cleaning everything up, making sure they're good to go for Amazon. And honestly, right now, with how much inventory we have, we probably won't be buying a ton of collections like that. We'll be focusing more on high-end across the board, because Matt has that entire shelf to get to for Amazon, and then there's like 2 or 3 more in the back, which we can show real quick. There's all of these boxes which we're selling on Whatnot, and these ones. And then you've got Amazon stuff, which needs to be looked at. Just check, this is unprocessed right here. Meaning we gotta check the case, the disc, and everything about it. We have more Amazon, like really good Amazon.
Oh, this is
That's like buy list stuff.
yeah.
Buy list type stuff. Then more down there. All of those goodies, and just a lot, you know. So I think we bought that collection a month ago. It took them a while to ship it, and that was at a time when our inventory was getting lower. Now that our inventory is higher, we kind of teeter-totter with how we're buying and how we're selling. And then you have all these bins which are labeled and ready to go for various whatnots. Some of these dates have already happened because we couldn't sell everything in a single show. We have to recirculate those into upcoming bins. But we have like this one, like sealed games. Sealed games only. That's going to be a fun show. We have a strategy guide show coming up. We have an N64 manual show today. We have an NES manual show in the future. We have a Zelda and Mario themed show. All these are in our whatnot, you know. And if you want to bookmark some shows that might interest you, we'd love to have you if you want to use our link for $15 credit. Come and hang out with us and see what it's like. No pressure to buy. We just love hanging out with the community and engaging in the chat. It's a lot of fun. We kind of open the doors for you guys to our thought process in our business. We're always learning and striving to grow. And I know we have a lot of great business owners watching this video. So what would you guys have done? Would you have bought both of these collections? Yes or no? And why? I would love to know your thought process on these collections, if you would have bought them, if you were presented with the opportunity. And thank you guys for watching this one. Stay tuned for more like this. Let us know any topics you want us to talk about in the future too, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bar will do.